From the Steel City of Pittsburgh comes our live telecast. Thanks for being with us tonight as this regular season approaches its conclusion. Many teams are making their postseason plans while other teams have been simply playing out the string as the visiting team square off against the Steelers. They're lined up for the kickoff, so let's get this game started. Williams is just about ready to kick this one away. This one is handled by Hall. The offense heads out onto the field for the first time. Ball on their own 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Come on! Get me going! Let's go!
They line up in the I formation.
Come on! Watch the snap down!
Little misdirection. Porter is there for the tackle at the 21-yard line. Tomlinson gets the call on the counter. Short gain, about a yard.
Second and 9. Ball on the 21-yard line.
Let's run, man! Let's go!
Cross play to the right. Lloyd comes up to make the play at the 27. Tomlinson had some room to work with on the outside, gains 6 yards. Ball on their own 27.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
They've got receivers bunched together on both sides of the ball. Aiken Adele brings him down before he can reach the marker. Not getting the first down. That will probably bring out the punter. Leckler is ready to punt this one away. James back to return. Fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 27-yard line.
Ball on their own 27.
Start the drive at the 27-yard line. First and 10.
Number 32, the lone setback. Gates, the motion man.
They don't get nothing.
Here comes the blitz. Looking for the long completion. Burris was deep down the field, but couldn't haul it in. Spencer had the coverage on the play.
Second and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Under 10. Blue down. Set. Hey, work the counter!
Dropped in the backfield for a short loss. Ball on their own 26.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
Oh, this is too tough for you.
Watch this!
The visiting team come out in a nickel package. With the pass to Tupu. Brings him down before he can reach the marker. The pass is caught, but just shy of the first down.
That was perfect defense. They allowed the catch, but they were there to make the tackle.
So as we get set for the punt, let's take a look at our returners' stats. Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. And he chooses not to return this one.
Fair catch made at the 20-yard line.
It's first and 10.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Tomlinson, the lone back, on the carry. Under pressure with the throw. Almost intercepted.
He's back in his zone. He's reading. He sees the quarterback the whole way, and then he gets a chance at an interception. He just didn't finish the play.
Second and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
No, one.
The Steelers come out in a dime package. A little misdirection. Adele is there on the stop at the 21.
That was a lack of execution from the offense. When the plan is to take it to the outside, around the corner, you need to pick up some key blocks.
Third and 10 coming up.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Not today.
The Steelers come out in a nickel package. Going for the deep man. Picked off. He showed tremendous ability to get up there for the interception.
He waited, then wham! He jumped up there and just stole that pass.
The offense gets ready to go following the interception. Only one man in the backfield. Henderson, the motion man. Gets the call. Hope is there on the stop at the 29. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
It was a great run. He saw his blockers create some room for him, and he accelerated right through the hole.
First and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Here we come. Watch the play. Here we go. You gotta have it, D.
Hand it off to the back. Can't bring him down. Johnson comes up to make the play at the 23. Number 32 busted through for a few tough yards.
Second and 5. Ball on the 23-yard line.
All day, baby. Come on. Go make a play.
Only one man in the backfield. Give it to the halfback. Patterson is there on the stop at the 24-yard line.
He has a fast first step. He can explode through the hole, but he needs a line to create that little crease or cutback lane to break free.
They have to get it now to at least the 19-yard line. Brady using split backs.
Let's go, baby. From the start.
To carry it, they'll go with a play fake. He hits his receiver. Jammer comes up to make the play at the 18.
This is good communication between the quarterback and his receiver to keep the chains moving. They know where the first down marker is, and they recognize the type of coverage the defense is playing. The ball is there, and so is the catch.
Yeah, you see me. Blue down. Hey, watch that screen.
Gates goes in motion. Little misdirection. Number 90 is there on the stop. The defensive tackle stops him at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Deuce it. Let's go now.
The visiting team with a four-man front. With a counterplay. Brackett comes up to make the play at the 23. Not what they were looking for in that play call.
Yeah, the back just couldn't decide where he wanted to go with it. He hesitated just a little. By the time he decided where he wanted to go with it, the defense was all over him.
So on third down, they'll be looking to get it to the 8-yard line or further.
Play hard and fast, baby.
The visiting team come out in a dime package. Dropping back, closing in with the throw. This pass is incomplete. He barely got that one off.
Yeah, it wasn't a sack. But what it did was make the quarterback adjust his throw, and it messed up his rhythm.
Wilkins will put them in the lead if he makes this. The veteran connecting for the field goal.
The key to winning is having your drives get some sort of points for your team. They got it done on that drive. I'm sure they're thinking touchdown for their next one.
Williams comes in to kick off.
Up for the kickoff. Hall back deep to return.
Hold on, we've got a penalty on the play. Let's check it out.
Illegal procedure on the kicking team. Number 6.
Penalties
First
and
down.
takeaways can really kill a team. Usually the team with the fewest mistakes out there will win the game.
1st and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
The Steelers with a four-man front. Aimed it off to the back. What a stiff one. Robertson comes up to make the play.
A solid running game starts with a blocking of the offensive line. But the ball carrier must have good vision so he can take advantage of the holes that they open up.
Ball on their own 46.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
The Steelers line up in a 4-3. Looking to run it here. Porter is there on the stop at the 49. So let's take a look at how this back compares to the opposition. Ball on their own 49.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Watch your eyes. Here we go.
Tomlinson, the deep man. Going to the left. Lloyd is there on the stop, but they allow them to pick up the first. Good call that time, resulting in a first down. Ball at about midfield.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
The Steelers with a four-man front. Looking upfield. He loses it. The Steelers scoop up the fumble. And that's a very rare sight to see him fumble.
I don't recall seeing the ball pop out of his hands too often. When you get a lot of carries, percentages eventually play against you.
Ball on their own 34.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Let's go, B. Let's go.
Number 32, the deep man. Brady sends a man in motion. On the carry. Johnson comes up to make the play at the 39. And now our viewers can see how successful each team's main running threat has been today. Second and 5 coming up here.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Yeah, you see me. Nothing.
The visiting team come out in a dime package. A little misdirection. Smith stops the play in the backfield. The offensive line didn't get much of a push on that play, and the runner is stuffed.
As soon as he got the ball, there was a defender in his face to knock him down.
Ball on their own 36.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go.
Only one man in the backfield.
Keep your head up, big boy. Keep that thrust on it.
Stepping up, throwing. Completed pass to the back.
You don't run a pattern short of the first down on third down.
Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt. Fair catch called for.
Fair catch made at the 16-yard line.
So they have 1st and 10
Ball
here.
on the 16-yard line.
The Steelers with a four-man front.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go now.
With a counter play. Lloyd is there for the tackle at the 24.
You never know when you're going to find some room and break loose into the secondary.
Second and 2.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
Watch it play.
Tosses it left. Adele is there on the stop at the 35.
He's a very dangerous runner when he gets to the outside. He accelerates very quickly, and he has the speed to outrun defenders if he can break into the open.
After 1 quarter of play, the score is 3-0. Steelers.
3, the away team. Nothing.
The teams have switched sides, and we'll start the second quarter.
First and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Press on. They ain't got nothing.
With a counter play. Aiken Adele brought him down. That's his 5th tackle of the game.
One thing these guys don't want to do is give up in a running game, because if they do that, they become one-dimensional, and that plays right into the defense's hands.
Just about a 3-yard gain. It's second down and 8 to go.
37-yard line.
Keep moving.
Tomlinson lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Johnson comes up to make the play. So after that run, we can see how the 2 main threats on the ground have fared so far. Third and 5.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Keep it up.
The Steelers come out in a dime package. Gets rid of it. Good timing, getting in between the ball and the receiver to save what would have been a big gain.
On the play.
James into return. And so the punt goes out of bounds. So they have first and 10
Ball
here.
on the 23-yard line.
Here we go, baby. Yeah, you see me.
The visiting team with a 4-man front. Hands it off. Great fake. Gets the pass off. Just can't find a way to bring that one in.
Even though that pass was incomplete, that kind of pass stretches the defense, softening up the middle for passes underneath, while allowing the running game to take advantage of a little more room at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Get it started. Check it.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3. Receives the handoff. Big tackle. He puts everything into that stick.
With the carry.
Number 32, running hard, going right through the arm tackles. Ball on their own 31.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Right set. Set. Hold him right here. I can do it, man. It's on.
He hands it off. Play action. Throwing. He was tipped.
He has a great feel for defending the pass. He always seems to be in great position to make a play in the ball.
Henderson was his intended target. Good defensive stand there. Now they'll punt it away after a 3-and-out. Won't take a chance trying to return this one.
Fair catch made at the 27-yard line.
So they have first and 10 here.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
You're coming to wreck. Let's turn it up, D.
Crosses it out to the left. Houston comes up to make the play at the 30-yard line.
A big part of this guy's running style is to use the blockers to set up his cut, but they were nowhere to be found on that run.
2nd and 8.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Let's run, man. All day, baby. Come on.
Stepping up, gets the pass off. Lloyd is there for the tackle at the 40. Williams is getting up very slowly. It looks like he'll head toward the sideline, and we'll get you an injury report as quickly as possible.
First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Hand it off. Hargrove comes up to make the play. Tomlinson finds some room after taking the handoff, and it looks like about a 5-yard pickup. Williams returns after spending time on the sideline with an injury.
Watch the play.
They give it to the halfback. Johnson is there on the stop at the 32-yard line.
Now they got to keep going at it. They can get that defense tired and on its heels. These games will get longer and bigger as the game goes on.
On 3rd down, they have to get it to the 30 for a first.
Stay both now. Play hard and fast,
On the delay, Robertson stops the play in the backfield. So after failing on 3rd down, let's see if they decide to try a long field goal. Akers can tie it up here with a field goal. Through the uprights. What a kick.
He's one of those guys who really works hard at what he does. And you can see that hard work paying off when you make a kick like this one.
Sends it sailing. This one is handled by James. Well, John, it looked like he had some room initially, but the blocking just didn't hold up.
You have to put some of the blame on the return man, too. It's his job to look downfield and determine if he has the blocks to work with, well before the ball's out of the end zone.
Deep in their own territory.
15-yard line. First and 10.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3. They're blitzing, going for the deep man. Right on target to the wide receiver.
Tom Brady is a guy who's always looking downfield. He never looks at the rush. He hangs in the pocket and he makes a throw. He's a cool guy. He's a tough guy.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
The visiting team come out with one linebacker and several defensive backs. Pass play here on 1st down. Looking for the deep pass down the right side. And he dropped it.
It's the old adage, speed kills. So does dropping the ball.
Second and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line.
The visiting team line up in the quarter defense. Dropping back. Fires this one deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Steelers.
Plexico Burress is a big target for the quarterback. He's a tall possession receiver who has the ability to burn you deep, too.
Wilkins comes in to attempt the point after. The point after is good.
Give some credit to that big offensive line. Those guys are working hard out there, and it's showing on drives like that.
Williams is back and ready to put this one in the air.
Back deep to return.
This one is taken by Hall. They're ready to go again after that last drive ended with a field goal.
First and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Keep moving.
The Steelers come out in a nickel package. Williams is there on the stop at the 24-yard line.
The best backs in the league average 4 to 5 yards a carry. But there are a lot of things that go into a successful running game. You got to have good play calling, good blocking up front, and a back that can take advantage when he sees the opening.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go, baby.
Tomlinson lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Wayne Robertson is the man to break him down. That's his third tackle. The defensive tackle surged through the line to bring the runner down. Ball on their own 27.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
You gotta have it, D. Lefty.
Only one man in the backfield. Hand off to the tailback. Wayne Robertson takes him down before he can get the first. Tomlinson makes a valiant effort but can't make it to the first down marker. Leckler comes into the game for the punt. James is the deep return man. He signals for a fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 31-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Tampa. Hey, watch the screen.
Number 32 in the backfield. Tatupu is there for the tackle at the 35.
It's important to pound the defense with a run. Sooner or later, they're going to bend.
Second and 6.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Watch the fake. Set. Keep it up. Here we go.
Hand off to the tailback. Runs through the tackle. Considine is there on the stop at the 40-yard line. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point. Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
On the 40-yard line.
Stop here. Let's go. Hey, let's go.
Number 32, the lone back. Hand it off. They'll go with a play fake. Throws it. Drops the interception.
When you talk about ball control and time of possession, that's not what you want to see.
Williams will come in now to punt it away. Hall is back to receive this kick. Fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 22-yard line. They'll
First
take
and
over
10.
at the 22-yard line. First and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Steelers with a 4-man front. With the pass, Bradford is there on the stop at the 28.
You know what this does? It keeps one defense on the field, and it doesn't let them get the right personnel in there sometimes.
Throwing. He finds his man. Houston makes the stop at the 40-yard line.
I like to hurry up here. It's a change of pace, and it's a way to get the defense uncomfortable.
I'm coming through, baby. There we go.
He gets the carry. Great fake. Looking for something long. Incomplete as the defender knocks it away.
I really like this defense. They're very disciplined, whether it's keeping containment on running plays or following their receiver all the way down the field in pass coverage.
Gonzalez was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Defense, get ready. Hey, let's go one deep. We're talking about
Tomlinson, the deep man. Going long. He's there for the catch. Houston is there on the stop at the 5.
Donovan McNabb has impressive size and impressive strength. One of the other things you'll see him do is move around, keep the play alive. As a receiver, you just have to keep working to get open, because this guy can buy some extra time.
McNabb with a man in motion. Dropping back, pressure, floats one into the end zone. Trying for the end zone before halftime.
You talk about a big play. You don't get any bigger than that.
Holt was the intended receiver on that play. It's second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Watch him, man.
Tomlinson, the deep back. Little misdirection. Adele comes up to make the play at the 9. They couldn't get anything going through the middle.
You know, it was because the defense filled all the gaps. The back was looking for a place to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the gaps, bringing them down for a loss.
McNabb spreads them out. Pressure coming with the pass, and it's intercepted. It's on the ground. And below, you can see how these two teams have done in the turnover battle.
When you're within your own 5 like this, running the ball is usually the way to go on first down, so you can get some room to work with.
The Steelers
The offense gets ready to go following the interception.
First and 10.
Hold the look.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3. Tatupu is there for the tackle at the 2. Very little blocking to work with on that play.
Yeah, that's just great play from the defense. They play with great leverage up front and always seem to get penetration. When you have defenders in the backfield, it makes it very difficult to run or pass.
We gonna take it.
The visiting team come out in a 4-3. Spencer is there on the stop at the 3-yard line.
Mixing runs with passes keeps the defense honest.
Third and 10. Ball on the 3-yard line.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package. With a counter play. Oshansky is there for the tackle at the 14-yard line. Great run there. That'll be a first down.
He really ran well there. He gets some great blocks, and he has patience as he picks up the first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package.
Watch the play. Well, that's big time. Watch the play. Look. Yeah, you see me. Turn it up now. Hey, let's go. I can do it, man. Go again. There we go. We're talking about win.
At the end of 2, the score is 10-3. Steelers.
10, the away team. 3. We're ready to begin the third quarter of play.
Leckler in to kick this one off. Nice distance. This one is fielded by James. Pittsburgh sends the offensive unit out onto the field looking to build the lead. Ball on their own 20.
Start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Number 32, the deep back. Brady with a man in motion. On the ground. Considine is there on the stop at the 31. And he was able to create a lot of space on that run, John.
Well, it started with some good blocking. And when he got through there, he turned upfield, and they weren't in position to tackle him.
First and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Not today, Zach.
The visiting team with a four-man front.
Let's go now.
Cross play to the right. Tupu comes up to make the play at the 32.
The defense made that play stretch further than the runner wanted to make it.
It's second down and 9 to go.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
The visiting team come out in a 4-3. Pushes it out to the left.
Get ready.
They'll spot this one at the 40. He's in on that stop. It's credited with tackle number 6. Keeping it on the ground, they chose to run the same exact play, not even a shift in their formation. Ball on their own 40.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
All day, baby. Come on. Get it up.
Robinson, the deep back. Brady with a man in motion.
Hold the look. Come on.
On the delay. Brackett is there for the tackle at the 43. He pounds it in there for the first. Ball on their own 43.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
What screen?
The visiting team come out in a 4-3. Gets the call. Tupu is there on the stop at the 46. Robinson takes advantage of a little daylight, picks up 3 yards.
Second and 7. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Yeah, let's go, baby. We're talking about bring it.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3. With the throw, it's broken up. Spencer with the coverage.
The intended receiver on the play. Third and 7. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch left. All on us, y'all. Here we go, baby. One of us will make a play.
Hand it off. Patterson comes up to make the play at the 46-yard line. They get it again on third down.
That's the kind of thing that deflates a defense. They keep getting them in these third down situations, and they can't seem to get the offense off the field.
And this is the 8th play of this drive.
46-yard line.
Hey, let's go one deep. Nothing.
They line up in the I formation. They give it to the halfback. Number 90 is there for the tackle at the 41-yard line. Number 32 with a nice burst through the middle that time. 5-yard pickup. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Stay soft, man. Watch your eyes.
The visiting team come out in a 4-3. Gets the pass off. Short completion, hitting his wide receiver to the left. They'll knock him out of bounds at the 32. Burris makes another catch to put him over the 100 mark in the game. This is the 10th play of this
Ball
drive.
on the 32-yard line.
Do something.
The visiting team with a 4-man front.
Go make a play.
Steps up into the pocket with the pass. Spencer is there for the tackle at the 30-yard line.
Passing on first down is a way of keeping the defense off balance. If you're successful, it could set up big runs on first down or any typical passing situation.
2-yard gain. 11th play of this drive.
Watch the back. We're coming to wreck.
It's a blitz. Gets rid of it. It's broken up. So they don't get the completion, and the defense got a little lucky there. And this is the 12th play of this drive.
30-yard line.
Here we go, baby. Rock and roll.
The visiting team come out in a dime package. Going deep. And he makes the catch, but he can't get both feet down.
I tell you, he was led just a bit too far. Would have been a heck of a touchdown catch if he could have brought that one in.
So this will be a 48-yard attempt from the 38-yard line. 3 more points added to the board with that successful kick, his second so far. This one is handled by Hall.
This is where you want to respond quickly, or this could turn into a battle for field position.
Ball on their own 20.
20-yard line. First and 10.
Let's go, B. Let's go. No more, fellas.
Only one man in the backfield. Hands it off. Adele breaks the play up in the backfield. Probed the middle, but was turned away.
They have 2 pretty good run stoppers in the middle of that line, and they can cause some plays like that.
It's second down and a long way to go.
On the 17-yard line.
We gonna take it. It's on.
The Steelers line up in a 4-3. Pushes off. Aiken Adele makes his 8th stop on the play. Tomlinson picks up some tough yards there. Ball on their own 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Let's make a play. Everything you got.
The offense has had trouble moving the sticks on 3rd down so far. It's a blitz. Steps up. Gets the pass off. Porter takes him down at the 24-yard line. John, he'll be well short of the first down.
Now here's the thing. The defense had all the guys covered who were beyond the marker. So it was up to the short man to make something happen after the catch, and he just couldn't do it.
Very solid defensive effort to force the 3 and out. From the 37. James takes the punt to the 44-yard line. Ball on their own 44.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Let's go now.
Out of the I formation. Brady with a man in motion.
All right, now. There we go.
Gets the toss to the left. Fumble. Loose ball. The Steelers fall on it. They lose the ball in the backfield, but manage to recover.
And that was a great play to swallow up the ball carrier and put a big hit on him like that.
Second and 15.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Hey. Defense, get ready.
Hand off to the tailback. Tatupu is there for the tackle at the 46-yard line.
He's very consistent running the ball, and he's given them a solid rushing attack today.
3rd and 8. Ball on the 46-yard line.
What you got for me?
The visiting team come out in a nickel package. Under pressure, throws it. Complete to the wide receiver. Considine is there on the stop at the 25-yard line.
Let me tell you, there's no one calmer in the pocket than Tom Brady.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Only one man back. He gets the carry. Nice play fake. Fumble, loose ball. The Steelers. And that was a lucky bounce.
By the offense. Second and long. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Play hard and fast, baby.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package. Closing in. Deep pass looking for the end zone. This one falls incomplete.
He just flicked his wrist and the ball just took off. He just needed to take a little bit off of that one. And it could have gone for a big play.
Gates was his intended target. So as they get set to try to convert, here's what both teams have done on third down. Brady goes to work with an empty backfield. Gets rid of it. Oh, comes up to make the play. At the 15-yard line. Big completion on third and long, and that'll keep the drive going.
You know, he's so dialed in when it comes to throwing those third down passes. He finds the right man almost every time. And the defense just can't seem to stop him.
They kicked a field goal the last time they were in the red zone. Pass play here on first down. He held on to it too long. The veteran slips in there and gets the sack.
Hey, you still got to give him a lot of respect. His moves haven't diminished that much, and he still makes impact plays.
Now in second and long after the sack.
Let's go. All right, let's go.
And they're threatening again with the ball inside the 20.
Come on.
On the call. Jammer comes up to make the play at the 12.
He's looking pretty good running the ball. And I'll tell you, that sure takes a lot of pressure off your quarterback.
$12 yards needed to get into the end zone.
Nothing. They don't get nothing.
Consistent success on third down, which they've had, usually translates into a win.
Throwing.
Watch his catch by the tight end. I always say the tight end is always more of a threat in the red zone. He's a big target, and his skills sometimes cause matchup problems for the defense.
The point after is good. They were set up with good field position and were able to make the most of it by getting the touchdown.
It's never a good thing for your defense when they come out onto the field and they start in their own territory. They couldn't get the job done there.
Williams comes in to kick off.
Oh, back deep to return.
This one is handled by Hall. The defense shut down the offense the last time they had the ball. So they have first and 10 here.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Keep moving.
Tomlinson is the deep back. McNabb sends a man in motion. Gets the pass off, and he makes the grab. This one will be spotted at the 27. The tackle is his 5th of the game. Holt gains about 7 yards on that reception. Ball on their own 27.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Play hard and fast, baby.
The Steelers line up in a 4-3. They'll bring the blitz. Throwing. And he drops the pass. So at the end of the third quarter, the score is 20-3. Steelers.
The score is the Steelers 20, the away team.
The visiting team have a long way to go to get back into this game as we start the fourth quarter.
3rd and 3. Ball on the 27-yard line.
This team has to start converting on third down if they're going to be successful.
Gets rid of it. Interception. And a flag down on that play. Let's see what the call is.
The team with the most discipline is a team that doesn't commit stupid penalties, and they're the team that usually executes better.
First and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
He'll pass on first down. With the pass, and he hits his target. Patterson is there for the tackle. He took what he was given, completing the pass.
Yeah, what you want to do as a receiver who's facing zone coverage is to break into the secondary, find a hole, settle down, and show the quarterback your numbers. That was a good job.
Ball on their own 44. The visiting team line up in a 4-3. This one will be spotted at the 44. He records his third tackle of the game. Number 32. Gets the handoff on the delay, brings it ahead for about a yard. Ball on their own 44.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Good shoot. Don't make a play. They ain't got nothing.
The visiting team come out in a 4-3. Patterson is there for the tackle at the 49. Pickup of about 5 that produces a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and the offensive line did a pretty good job picking up the blitz, giving him the extra time he needed to find the hole.
First and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Bring it up, bring it up.
Number 32 lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Hands it off. Great fake. Gets rid of it. The fullback has it with room to roam. They'll spot this one at the 37-yard line. It's the 4th stop he's made today. He completes another pass and is over 200 yards.
First and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line.
We coming to wreck. Regular. And let's go one team.
The visiting team come out in a 4-3.
Watch the snap down.
Receives the handoff with the throw, and it's complete. Johnson is there on the stop. Brady came into the year expecting to have a good year, and he has delivered. And everybody around this organization is thrilled as he reaches the 3,000-yard passing mark. Ball on the 26-yard line.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
Get it up. You can't stop me.
They line up in the I formation. Might have been early movement up front.
False start on the offense. Number 73.
Number 73 moved a little early there.
Yeah, the rule for the offensive line is once you put your hand down, you can't move until the ball snaps.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Keep the throttle down.
The visiting team come out in a dime package. Throwing. He hits his receiver. This one will be spotted at the 24-yard line. That's 3 tackles so far for him today. Burris picks up about 6 after that catch. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
Here we go, man.
Out of the I formation.
Make a play. One of us will make a play.
They'll blow this play dead because there appears to have been early movement.
False start on the offense. Number 46.
Robinson was
Still
flagged for
second
the
down.
false start.
False starts are kind of frustrating because they're really easily avoided by just maintaining focus.
After the penalty, it's now 2nd and long.
On the 29-yard line.
We're talking about bring it.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package. Throws it. Brackett is there on the stop at the 24. Number 84 makes the catch but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackle.
If they could get it to the 16-yard line, that would be a first down. These third downs haven't been much of an obstacle, and it's helped them to take the lead. With the pass, he couldn't control it. He just dropped his 4th pass.
Anderson, the intended receiver on the play.
Jeff Wilkins comes in to try a 41-yard field goal. The kick sails through. It's good. So after the field goal, the score is 23-3. Steelers. Williams is just about ready to kick this one away. Nice kick. Plenty of distance. This one is handled by Hall.
They need one quick score and then some more.
First and 10. Ball on the 15-yard line.
Cross play to the right. Dropped in the backfield for a short loss.
The defense came up and stopped him right in his tracks. That's just the kind of thing that the defensive coordinator loves to see.
Ball on their own 14.
Ball on the 14-yard line.
The Steelers come out with one linebacker and several defensive backs. The big man gets in there for a big sack.
He's got a great combination of size and move. Now, he won't be winning any races, but he's good at getting after the quarterback. And let me tell you, you never want him to be the guy falling on top of you.
After the sack, they'll be looking at 3rd and long here.
I think this defense looks forward to these third down situations because they've been stopping him today.
Gonzalez nearly had that one, but he couldn't bring it in for the completion.
You can usually count on him to catch about any ball he gets his hands on. I'm sure the quarterback won't hesitate to look in his direction next time he needs a big play.
James gets set for the return as we take a look at his numbers. Nothing happening for the offense there, forced into a 3-and-out. From the 46-yard line. Finds a small crack, but they get to him quickly and bring him down at the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Start the drive at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10.
Number 32, the lone back. Dropping back to pass on 1st down. With the throw, he finds his man. Burris didn't have much room to do anything with that one.
Yeah, they had the coverage, and they made the sure play instead of trying something fancy, like going for a pick.
2nd and 4.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Get some slack going.
Number 32, the lone setback.
Here we go. Get it started.
Hand it off to the back. This one will be spotted at the 32-yard line. He's going non-stop on defense. 10 tackles, and he just keeps on going.
Teams run in the middle about 80% of the time, and that's inside the tackles. So you have to be able to have some success doing it.
1st and 10.
This time, there was no problem getting it up in there.
The visiting team with a four-man front.
Let's go, B. Let's go. Watch your eyes.
Hand off to the tailback. The defender goes down. Pope comes up to make the play. It's another running play, and he'll pick up another first down.
Hey, when things are clicking like this, you just want to keep going for as long as you can.
It's first and 10.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
What's the hard count? Turn it up now.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3. To carry it, Brackett is there for the tackle at the 16. Picked up about 6 yards that time. Almost at the 2-minute mark
Ball
now.
on the 16-yard line.
The visiting team with a four-man front drops back, dumps it off. This one falls incomplete. That short pass is incomplete. It'll be third down now. Two-minute warning coming up.
Ball on the 16-yard line.
What screen? We're coming to red. Check it.
They've done very well on third down to this point.
Yeah, you see me.
Going to the right. Johnson brings him down at the 10.
There was a lot of space to give up on the corner. You won't see that out of this defense too often.
It's first and goal.
Ball on the 10-yard line. First
2
and
minutes
goal.
to go.
Ball on the 10-yard line.
Lucky. Let's turn it up, D.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3. Tosses it right. Dyson comes up to make the play. Number 32 back to the outside quickly and picked up 5. Ball on the 5-yard line.
Ball on the 5-yard line.
They soft, man. You gotta believe it. It's all
Out of the I formation. They give it to the halfback. Brackett is there on the stop. Came with the run blitz and bottled them up.
You'll see him do that kind of thing a lot. As a quarterback, you want to make your pre-snap read. If you see him walking guys up to the line, you should audible to some kind of slant or quick out to take advantage.
Ball on the 7-yard line.
Be careful. Not today. Go make a play.
The visiting team come out in a dime package.
Here we go.
Going to the right. Wilson comes up to make the play at the 8. Trying to run it on third down does not work, so we'll see what they decide to do in this situation. Not much more than an extra point here. The try is good. They're now up by 23 following the field goal. Williams will be kicking off.
Hall back deep to return.
This one is fielded by Hall. The visiting team need to rebound quickly as they start this drive at the 20-yard line. So they have first and 10 here.
20-yard line. First and 10.
On the 10. One back.
The Steelers come out in a dime package.
Let's do our thing.
Steps up. He gets there and pulls him down from behind. The Steelers pick up the fumble. Big play by the defense, stripping the ball and taking it all the way to the end zone. Wilkins comes in for the extra point. The point after is good. The Steelers pour it on with another score. Williams looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. Good distance. This one is fielded by Hall.
It sure doesn't look like they're going to be able to come back in this one, but it's an issue of pride. They want to prove that they're better than they've played so far.
Ball on their own 20.
At the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
Here we go, baby.
The Steelers come out in a nickel package.
Keep it up. Watch the play. Hey, nothing. They don't get nothing.
Pressure, throwing. Turns, he has it, and he steps out of bounds at the 43.
Perfect execution to get this first down. Look at it here. He knows how far they have to move the chains, and he gets it by making the right decision and laying it in there like that.
So after that nice catch and run, here's a look at his stats.
Come on. Here we go. Turn it up now.
Going to the air on first down. Pressure coming. Gets the pass off. Almost picked off. And they have to go to the air because they need big plays fast.
That's right. You got to have composure in these situations. Find your receivers who can pick up yardage after the catch. But most importantly, you have to keep the chains moving.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Watch your eyes. Here I go.
The Steelers with a four-man front.
Play hard and fast.
McNabb stops the clock with that timeout.
And in those situations where the rush is coming fast, you got to make a quick decision. Do I throw it away, try and hit my guy, or concede to the pressure?
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Solid 29. Solid 29. Here I go.
With two extra defensive backs, the defense is in the dime. Steps up into the pocket, gets rid of it. He didn't want to risk an interception and decides to throw it away. Leckler is ready to punt this one away. James lines up deep for the punt return. From the 23-yard line.
39-yard punt, returned for a gain of 4 yards.
Hey, let's go one deep. Let's go. All right, here we go.
And there's the kneel down by the quarterback. Second and long.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
It's showtime, baby. Come on.
Hand off to the tailback. Patterson comes up to make the play.
On the carry.
The blocking
No
just
gain
wasn't
on
there
the
on the
play.
outside.
Third and 12. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Keep the throttle down. Play alert. Play alert. Don't let it pass. Watch in. Let's turn it up, D. Solid 29. Solid 29.
That's the end of the game. The final score is the Steelers 33, the away team 3.
This is Al Michaels with John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports.